What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Rooted in Nature. Here is 5 easiest summer crops for you to grow. And this is my opinion, by the way. Wait. Before I get into the 5 easiest summer plants to plant in your garden right now, I need to let y'all know that YouTube is telling me that 75% of y'all that are watching my videos are actually not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching this video right now, if you're hearing me right now, click that subscribe button. It's free and help me continue to grow this channel. So the only way we can grow this channel is if you help and click that subscribe button. And also you can click the like button. And if you have any questions or want to say anything to me, now let's get into the 5 easiest crops that you can be planting right now in your summer garden. So starting off with number 1, we have bell pepper, or mainly sweet pepper plants. For me, this is one of the easiest crops to grow in my garden. I literally they don't need a trellis. For me, they don't need any added support or any extra stuff except for water and fertilizer. And obviously, good soil. So, I mean, look at these peppers. See these peppers on here? I haven't done anything to them except for put them in the ground, water them, and fertilize them. Haven't done any pruning. Only thing I did do though is when they were young, I took the flowers off of them so they wouldn't produce too early. But that's all I did for these pepper plants. And look at them. They already have baby bell peppers. Some have baby bell peppers. This one's a jalapeno, so it has baby jalapenos on it. So yeah, that's number 1. Now, I don't know if I said 5 easiest vegetables, but I'm going to put herbs in here too. So, now one of the second easiest thing I grow in my garden is basil. Basil just wants to grow, and it grows actually too prolifically, if that's the word, here in South Carolina. Now, today is a colder day. That's why I'm going through quick. I don't know why it's cold today. It's oddly cold. It's never this cold in the end of March. But anyway, so here's some red basil. Now, it will start bolting like right here. All you gotta do is just pinch that top off, and then you're good. And just keep doing that or harvest it. Like how I harvest it is, you see the V, or let me do it on this one. See that V right there? I'll just take this off, the top off, just like that, and it'll continue to bush out. So now what's coming, well, I'm not putting them in any type of place or order. I'm just saying them. But if I had to say the easiest crop I grow overall, it's probably green beans. So green beans is the third thing I'm telling y'all that are the easiest thing to grow in your garden. They just grow so prolifically. And I mean, I don't know how to explain it except for they grow prolifically. Like these have been planted here for about probably there's probably 3 weeks. And look how big they are. And then they'll start producing flowers, and then green beans will start coming off. And these are strike beans right here. I think strike bush beans to be exact. Now, moving on from the green beans, we have zucchini plants. So, zucchini plants are actually one of the easiest plants I grow in my garden, other than the, squash in general. But other than the squash, vine borer, they have no problem in my garden. And that makes them, I literally do nothing to them. I don't do nothing to any of these plants, I'm telling y'all, except for water them and fertilize them. And sometimes prune, like the tomato plants maybe, but they don't come in first, or they're not even in the top 5 really. All right, y'all, so now another easy crop to grow in the summer for me is cucumbers. You just have to know the right varieties to grow, okay? So like this right here, this is a melon, but it's called Armenian long cucumber. It's in the melon family though. So I've grown one up to 4 foot, and it had not been bitter, and it was in the midst of summer, so in the full summer heat. So they grow big as a melon, like long wise. I wish I still had a picture of it. I might somewhere. If I do, I'll put it in this video on the screen, but I don't think I do. Anyway, that was about 3 years ago. Anyway, so this does get disease, obviously, as you can see, but if I cut that off, the new growth is just fine. Now, the reason why these are one of the most easiest things to grow is because look how big they get. Now, that's just been on there for a week, and it's that big. Now, if I leave it on there longer, it will get more and more and more and more big, okay? So, it won't get bitter at all for me, or in my experience, it has not gotten bitter. I've grown a 4-foot one and probably about a foot wide one, and it hasn't gotten bitter. It was hollow on the inside, but it had this thick of inside, and then it was hollow about this much. But I mean, whatever. It wasn't bitter. It tasted just fine to me. But you can harvest them at any size, so I can harvest this right here if I want to. Now, I have found a new cucumber I love, absolutely love, and it's this Katrina cucumber. Now, they don't take pollination, so they are an expensive type of seed, but in the long run, they produce way more than what they actually what the seed costs. Anyway, I'm gonna give y'all one bonus easy vegetable to grow. Well, not easy vegetable, it's actually an herb. Now, for me, this is probably the easiest, well, probably not easiest herb. It's hard for me to pick easiest herb because it's between basil and chamomile. So chamomile is one of the easiest things I grow in my garden. Now, it actually might be easier than beans. Now, prolific wise, it's more prolific as well. But, I mean, it produces all these flowers. Now, this needs to be harvested. All of these need to be harvested. Hadn't got around to it. But, what I'm saying is, this will reseed very, 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 very easy. It's almost like a perennial. Or whatever. I can't even say the word right now. Because it's too cold out here, and I don't have a jacket on. But, yeah. It says this basil's starting to bolt. Just do that. But anyway, look at here. Some green beans starting to form. Getting off track. Anyway, so these chamomile right here, this is 3 plants. And I have a 4th one right there. Wait, this is actually 2 plants right here. Sorry. And there's a 3rd one. I'll probably have chamomile in this bed for years to come. Just because it'll reseed, and then that will reseed, and that will reseed. So, I mean, it's very prolific, and you get your money's worth, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, one thing I won't let happen is Bermuda grass grow in my garden. I don't care if it's cold, rainy. If I see Bermuda grass growing in my garden, I will automatically pull it out because that stuff takes over. Anyway, y'all, I want to show y'all a few things, though. So, right here, this is my volunteer squash. If y'all are new here, I didn't plant none of this right here. Let's see. So, from here down, I didn't plant none of that. I didn't actually plant that plant either. But from here down, I didn't plant none of that. It actually came up from compost from, actually, Halloween pumpkins, I think, and gourds and stuff. So, let's look at here. So, right there, if you can see, there's some pumpkins growing. There's 3. Haven't seen a 4th one yet. Probably, well, I'm expecting a 4th one. But if you come right here, you can see this starting to form. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's obviously a type of gourd or pumpkin. But I think it might be a flat pumpkin or a stacking pumpkin, maybe, hopefully, even though I didn't plant none of this. Now, right here, I might have to cut some of this back because I don't want the, like my beans, I don't want it to get anywhere straining, shading my beans. But, look at that. And when I mean cut back, I mean cut these leaves back, not this whole fruit and flower. I mean fruit and plant. Anyway, look at this fruit right here. That's the type of gourd. And then we got another one coming on right there. And I've seen something else right over here. And some people say don't walk in your bed. Well, I walk in mine and it hadn't heard a thing yet. Sorry, pulling weeds. Just a daily job I do. And I actually find it not as a bad thing for me to do just because I don't have my full garden to full. It's just what I don't have plastic on. Anyway, look right here. Look at that one. And then there's another baby one, then baby one. And then we have a baby pumpkin right here growing. Now this right here, I will leave this here unless there's an immediate threat or a threat at all. I'll leave this here till probably the frost in the fall. Now, I want to give y'all an update on my beans. If you can see, they're starting to come up. So we have a succession stuff that happened on accident. I really didn't mean to do that. Anyway, we got some rosemary here. It's a little stunted from where I transplanted it. But if y'all want to see the easiest way to grow rosemary, I have a video on that. I'll link that in the description below. But anyway, and I'll have a garden tour link, my garden tour playlist link below. Anyway, y'all, so let me know if y'all want me to do like a perennial fruit type of top 5 easiest fruit type of thing, or like perennial productive, most productive, easiest things to grow. Let me know if y'all want me to do that. And anyway, if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? You're still watching this video, so make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye, y'all.